us everywhere, guys. Our friends at Sport Pesa are trying to make a lot of people a lot of money. There's some games that we have to look at now.
We
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
3,000 gone, boy. And
that is why you must bet responsibly, guys. FIFA World Cup action, FIFA Club World Cup action. We still have it. Fluminense versus Al-Hilal. Al-Hilal did the impossible, or what is deemed to be the impossible. Knocked out Manchester City. Fluminense, we've seen them throughout this tournament playing some incredible football, putting some incredible displays up. In the last few games, Fluminense has 3 wins and 2 draws. The last one being a win, obviously. Al-Ahly has also 3 wins and 2 draws. Al-Hilal, has 3 wins and 2 draws themselves. How do we feel about this game? Because this is one of the games that's going to make sure that we have an outsider of Europe that makes it into here. And 2 teams that have performed very well. How do you feel about them?
Wait, what are the odds saying, though?
We're going to speak about the odds at the end.
You know what? The composition of the Al-Hilal team is exceptional. The coach that they have, Inzaghi, I like the patterns. I like the structure of the team. I think the one thing he added to Inzaghi is, I think in the weeks that he came...
I still can't believe you went there. I still can't believe.
I think one thing that he added was the organization.
Bro, yes.
Everyone has a price.
Yes.
Anyway.
You know what I mean? I think organization... but when you're talking about Fluminense, you are talking about a football story, in my opinion. Yes. I believe that they might win this game, and solely because football has these weird stories where you'd find one team doing exceptionally well from the group stages, knock out the big teams, and ends up winning the thing. So, in my opinion, just to help people bet, I think both teams will score, but I do see Fluminense causing a shock.
Can I ask you, what do you say to people that say that Al-Hilal is only doing well because they are UEFA B? You know, SMS is there, Inzaghi is coaching there. There's a couple of players that have come from the big leagues. Don't you think that they're going to play into this?
It's a valid point, and it can count. But I like Zasogulindo. I like the story of Fluminense.
Maracai's story.
Sometimes
football is about feeling.
Some football is about storyline.
About feeling. Yeah. The football gods, we talk about them. It's a real thing.
Is not about feeling, guys.
We are helping. Sometimes. I know it's not about feelings. I know Pesa is not about feeling.
Fine. I hear you. But sometimes when it comes to sport, it's about feeling more than necessarily about what the numbers say.
All I'm hearing is
Fluminense.
Everybody expects.
That's all I'm
Brazilians.
Okay, let's move on to the next Brazilian team. Palmeiras is taking on Chelsea. Palmeiras, top of their group in the
Chelsea.
first part. They're playing Lindo's team. Let's see if does the story count here? Because does the story count here, my brother?
Yeah, no. To be honest with you, Chelsea has become another club, and for me, like Chelsea. Like, I like the boy Joao Pedro that we just signed from Brighton. But I'm just thinking to myself, Chelsea used to sign Fernando Torres. Chelsea used to sign, like, exceptionally good players. You know, we used to bring in... Now, I like the boy, though, when you watch him. Like, but he's not going to win me the Premier League. That's the thing. And Chelsea... You know what? I don't want to speak about this club because I'll end up being a fan. But to be honest with you, Brazilians will always be Brazilians, and they will always cause a problem on the wider areas. I'm worried about Maresca inverting. Brazilians always have special players on the wider areas. I think they might look to capitalize on that. In my opinion, both teams, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I do see the Brazilians committing numbers up front. I know that Maresca doesn't like being pragmatic. So definitely both teams to score. Yes. Chelsea win.
Yeah, that's because of how Palmeiras wants to attack with those numbers. Chelsea hit them on the counter. Yeah. That's all I see happening. Yeah. And Chelsea winning it and winning it.
Oh, so now there's no story.
No.
Oh, now there's no story. There's a story for Fluminense, but there's no story for Palmeiras.
We are. Sometimes you look at things.
Okay, here comes the big match. Champions League. UEFA Champions League holders, Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, of course, Hurricane. Those type of players on fire. You have PSG that can call on Abu Dembele.
What's amazing me is that players care about this tournament.
Money.
Players care about winning.
I'm so
money.
Yeah, players care about winning.
Money.
But Club World Cup has always been that thing. You know, now I was surprised at the amount of players that are actually playing in it in terms of profile. And not only just a profile, when they score and there's a result on hand, like they actually care. I was like, oh, this is a real thing.
Initially, you thought it's a preseason
It's
tournament.
like,
Players, I just feel like,
you know,
because of the money, but also the profile of the players as well.
Yes.
You know, I think it also means a lot to football clubs because there's a thing. What do you call it? Like
crest.
a badge.
Little crest, yeah.
I think everybody wants that on their T-shirt. I think it's a bragging right thing, even for the fans, to say we're the biggest club in the world. So I think it does mean something. Yeah.
PSG all day, every day.
And I think it should be that way. That's the highest level of football. It should be.
So for me, I'm going with PSG win, particularly what they did the previous game.
I'm not sure with Xavi Alonso playing against Real Madrid, right?
No, Bayern.
Bayern. Ooh, Bayern.
PSG Bayern.
I know, PSG win. I just feel like
PSG win.
Bayern is a team that can hurt you any day.
Yeah.
But I just feel like PSG is too strong, man.
Yeah.
Way too
PSG
strong.
way too
But
strong.
a lot of quality in that team.
And that time, Dembele just came off the bench now. He's coming back now. It's a different story.
4-0 winners versus Atletico.
My boy.
Okay.
So PSG win.
Madrid, Dortmund. How are we feeling about Madrid, Dortmund?
Madrid all day,
Not
every
sure
day.
about Xabi Alonso yet. I know it's been 4 games. Not sure in terms of style of play because I think the one thing that because it was said in Germany that he's got a distinctive style of play. I think that's what we're looking for rather than results, which is unfair on him.
Are you watching Madrid though?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Tlhalefang, is I believe that's so unfair on him because I think he moves like a Pep, where the style of play is more important than anything.
The players.
But it's also effective how he's getting Trent to play, how Bellingham is playing,
Yeah, Trent
how
with his
Vinicius
first-
is playing
with
with
his
Garcia.
first, assist.
Guys, Madrid all day, every day.
Yeah, I think because they always have this charm.
Girassi, please.
Yeah, Bellingham on Bellingham crime.
No, it's Jude.
Okay.
Real Madrid has players that can cause you problems in terms of individual
too
brilliance,
many.
but I still want to see the system working rather than individual brilliance. I genuinely want to see the system winning for
the
them.
struggle is when Mbappe comes through.
I was going to ask you guys, Guti, is Mbappe not getting in the way?
Because Garcia and Vinicius playing together. There's a understand what we're playing.
There's a hierarchy.
There's a
hierarchy. Just say it. There's a hierarchy.
Yes. Now it's Mbappe. And
Yeah.
it's a different story. Will you do the running that's necessary for that?
How are we feeling though?
Madrid to score 2 goals in the first half. Dortmund to score 1 in the second half. 2-1 result to Madrid.
2-0 Madrid clean.
2-0 Madrid clean.
Dortmund, get out of here, bro.
Okay, so now we can get into the actual what Sportpesa is saying. So Sportpesa is saying that Fluminense versus Al-Hilal is actually a little bit close. 2.8 Fluminense, 2.55 Al-Hilal. Remember, the smaller the number, the more likely the outcome.
Yeah.
The less money you get if it happens.
Pretty much, yeah.
So if the odds are 1 and 2 with me and Lindo, you think that I'm gonna win, and if you bet on me, you're gonna get the times 1.
Yeah.
If you bet on Lindo and he causes an upset, then you're gonna get double. Let's go to Palmeiras Chelsea. The odds are also very odd and big.
Okay.
Palmeiras 3.74 chance to win. A draw is 3.20 and Chelsea is 2.12 to win, which is not as clear.
Yeah.
It's not as clear of a win, but Chelsea is favored. Then when we get into PSG Bayern, that is very close, guys. Of course. It's very close. PSG 2.29, draw 3.6, Bayern Munich 2.97. So both of them are literally 0.668
Yeah. Yep.
between each other. So that is a very close game. Then of course Real Madrid Dortmund are sham. Draw 4.24, Real Madrid 1.66,
Wow.
Dortmund 4.72.
A shame.
So
Of
Real
course,
Madrid.
It's Madrid, bro. It's Hala Madrid. What do you mean?
Aye.
What do you
Real
mean?
Madrid was having a problem.
Hala Madrid.
Allah.
So guys, please remember to bet responsibly on Sportpesa. Make it count, and you could walk away with a little bit of money if you get things right. Yeah, man. Just a young boost mid-month. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, join the press. This, of course, is at Lindopep on all platforms. And this, of course, is at Football Tlhalefang on all platforms. And I am at Overthinking Football on all platforms. You can find all of us there, but also like, share, comment, subscribe on all of our platforms, including 3-Man Press and also Omni Audio.